Hello and welcome to this educational Brother video on how to connect a Brother device into an IPsec environment managed by a Windows Firewall using a pre-shared key. As well as pre-shared keys, our devices also support authentication via certificates. This has a slightly more complex setup, so to support you, I will put a link on the screen to another tutorial video when it is ready. Concerning this video, I will be connecting my Brother device to the environment that I created in this video. There is a link to it on the screen. And here is the firewall that I configured in that video. However, right now, it is set up to reject all traffic other than RDP that is not IPsec protected. I'm going to temporarily disable the IPsec pre-shared connection security rule. Please note that in a production environment, there will likely be policies in place to allow non-IPsec connections. The reason I am doing it this way is just for demonstration purposes. Why did I do this? So that I can access my currently non-IPsec configured Brother device through its internal web server as shown here, which will load this page. Since I am not connected right now through HTTPS, I need to click the Open Secure Login button, which will display this security warning message. To move forward, I need to click the Advanced button. Please note that this button may be labelled differently on your web browser. This will reveal another button or link that I need to click in order to continue. Despite the surrounding warning message encouraging me not to continue, clicking it to access a Brother device is safe. Doing this will send me back to my Brother device's internal admin page, where I now need to type its admin password and click the login button. From here, I need to click the Network tab, followed by the Security sub-tab, and finally the IPsec option. I will start by configuring something called an address template, simply by clicking this link here. I will select the first one, since none of them are currently configured. I am now going to call it All. In case you are wondering, an address template enables you to specify which connections to this Brother device need to be IPsec protected based on an IP address. In this example, I'm configuring my template to protect all connections. Therefore, I'm going to leave these default settings. A possible reason for not wanting to include them all may be to enable legacy, non-IPsec supported clients to connect. To save this template, I am going to click the Submit button. I now need to configure the actual IPsec settings by clicking the IPsec template option and select the next available IPsec template, which happens to be the first one. This is where I am going to apply the same settings that I used when setting up my Windows Firewall in my other video. There is a link to it in the description. To keep things simple, I'm going to call this template pre-shared key, simply because I'm going to use this as my authentication method. From the list of predefined templates, I will leave the custom option selected, and then select the IKE v1 option from here, IKE meaning Internet Key Exchange. What this does, by the way, is only enable me to select from only one set of authentication and encapsulation types. The other two types would enable me to select multiple. To see what this looks like, simply select one of them. From here, I'm going to select the Diffie-Hellman Group 2 option. To match the key exchange algorithm that I set up in my Windows Firewall in my previous video. Again, there is a link to this in the description if you would like to go back and watch it. Next, I'm going to select AES CBC 256 as the encryption algorithm, as well as SHA 256 as the hashing algorithm. In Windows, this is referred to as the integrity algorithm. I am not going to change the default SA lifetime values, because they don't need to match those in my firewall. SA means Security Association, which specifies how often the encryption and hashing algorithms I just specified should be renegotiated, based on the values you can see on the screen. Next, I need to set up the encapsulation settings. In case you are wondering what the difference is between authentication and encapsulation, I will tell you. Authentication is used to establish a connection, in other words, to authenticate the connection. Once this connection has been established, encapsulation takes over to continue encrypting, protecting communications. Since I selected ESP in my Windows Firewall, I'm also going to select it here. And then from here, I will select AES CBC 256 as the encryption algorithm, as well as SHA 256 as the hashing algorithm. In Windows, this is referred to as the integrity algorithm. Like before, I am not going to change the default SA lifetime values. Next, I'm going to select Transport as the encapsulation mode. But why Transport and not Tunnel? Because in this example, I am only protecting internal traffic using IPsec. Tunneling is primarily used to protect data being transferred over the internet. If you require information about tunneling, please contact your local Brother sales office. Since Perfect Forwarding Secrecy (PFS) was not supported by the Windows Firewall at the time of making this video, I'm going to select the Disabled option here. And from here, I'm going to select the Pre-Shared Key option to match the authentication method that I set up in my firewall, as well as to type the actual pre-shared key itself, which in this example is the word brother, all in lowercase. In my demo environment, I do not require any local or remote IDs, so we'll leave these settings empty. To save these settings, I will click the Submit button. Now that my address and IPsec templates are ready, I am now able to make the last few actions. To do this, I need to return to the IPsec main menu. I first need to select the Enabled option from here, as well as set the negotiation mode. Either setting will work, so I will leave the default main option selected. If you are wondering what the differences are, main mode offers more security, by exchanging more messages during setup, while aggressive mode is faster but transmits some data unencrypted. I've decided here that my brother device will drop all non-IPsec protected traffic, apart from this. I now need to enable and select both the templates I created earlier. To submit my IPsec settings, I now need to click the Submit button one final time, where my brother device will request a restart. To do this, I simply need to click the Yes button. Now that my brother device is IPsec enabled, I now need to turn this firewall security rule back on, which should bring me back to this page. If, however, you get something that looks like this, even after several refreshes, you may need to go back and check the settings on your brother device. To do this, you will need to disable your firewall's connection request rule again, and also disable IPsec on your brother device. Since you won't be able to do this from the device's internal web server, I will show you how to disable IPsec from its display. Please note that some models may vary slightly. Press the All Settings button, followed by the Network button. Find and press the IPsec button. Then press the Off button. You will then need to hold and press the OK button for 2 seconds. This will restart your brother device, re-allowing non-IPsec connections. Thank you for watching.